Welcome to the Basement Sports Network. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by a couple of guys. Hopefully, some more will be joining later on. They talking in the chat, so they should be pulling up pretty soon. But so far, to start the show, we got my guy 416J live from Canada. My boy, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Feeling fired up to go 3-0 against the Denver Broncos, my boy.
Come on now, talk to me nice. And of course, you got that Broward baby, my boy Juan Cardona. One time for the one time. Juan, how you doing, my guy?
What's good, folk?
Chilling, hanging like nuts, my boy. So, as we all know, the Miami Dolphins. We're gonna take a look back before we get that. Let's finish these introductions off. Pulling up. Live from his cave, my boy Sports Vibe 305 just did a podcast with somebody whose name I don't know, but I don't care. It don't matter. Nando, how you doing today?
I'm feeling good, man. Miami Dolphins 2-0, getting some national buzz. I'm feeling great.
I hear that. And y'all know what? Folks decided that they want to make it a part of the day. So we gonna bring up my game. My 2K running mate for the past couple of days. My boy, K Threat. Threat, how you doing today, my boy?
You know, just enjoying the day, getting ready for Thursday night football. Nothing too crazy.
Cook. Yeah, 416, my bad to you, but black people go on top. You had to get in your respective place over here. So, let's talk about what's going on in this NFL. Before we look forward, sometimes we like to look back. Some of these guys weren't here to tell you what they felt about the Patriots game that the Dolphins just won. So we're going to go to Threat first. Threat, tell me how you felt about the Patriots game.
Patriots game was a good barometer for the defense, a good little shake back game. I like what I saw from Chubb. Do I think it's sustainable? Fuck no. I like what I saw from not really much else, to be real with you. I was about to fucking sit here and tell a fucking lie. I didn't really like much. I don't think shit really is sustainable. Eli Apple is fucking dog shit awful. Javon Holland is leading the team in tackles, which is crazy. That's not good news, but niggas are gonna act like it's amazing news. X is still working his way back. I do want to see him get better, but it was nice to see him get a pick.
And that boy is horny. You hear me?
He's unbelievably horny. He's ridiculous.
He's allegedly horny.
And fucking, I'm gonna be real with you. This probably my biggest take. Zach Sealer is showing me why we shouldn't pay Christian Wilkins at all. I think they played the same amount of snaps. And who had more impact plays? Was it $12 million more impact plays from Christian Wilkins that we saw, or? I'm not really getting that vibe. 2 games into the season is early, but I'm not moved to pay him at all, bro. I'm going to be real.
Whew. Boy, you coming out, setting the stream on fire out the gate.
Hot.
We got to cool him off a little bit. We're going to let cooler heads prevail right now. Nando, I don't think we heard from you in a minute. So let's talk about how you felt about the Patriots game.
I mean, it was an ugly win. Honestly, I mean, it was bound to be a coaching battle between Belichick and Mike McDaniel. Offensive line is kind of surprising me, to be honest. The fact that they've only given up 1 sack throughout the season, I think they deserve some credit without Teron Armstead. That was a big time. And I'm just having my dog Raheem Mostert got some fucking carries, man. Because honestly, the talent is there. We always say, when is McDaniel going to run the ball, man? 18 carries, had 100+ yards, 2 touchdowns. I'd like to see that. And I mean, Thread was on point there with everything he said about Bradley Chubb. I don't think we're going to see much of it. And I think that I'm a guy that's believed in Bradley Chubb, but honestly, I'm holding on to a Thread, bro. I don't think I have that much confidence in that man. And you're onto something with that Christian Wilkins thing, because I was thinking about the same damn thing, to be honest. Even though he had 7 tackles and he did pick up the sack, I don't know. That's a lot of money, man. But I'm glad that we did stop the run. I thought Ramondre Stevenson was going to run crazy on our ass. Not going to hold you.
Yeah, I did too. And it turned out to be the opposite way around. Raheem Mostert was the guy who got most of the carries. One, it's time for you to beat some allegations. Folks calling you out, so you got to address it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I did call 24-16 or 23-16 Dolphins victory. So I will start off with that. What I was surprised about was the defense, really, because like we already know, like Mac Jones is mid, and Devontae Parker should not be a starting wide receiver 3, let alone a wide receiver 1. Mike Gesicki, they try to make it into a revenge game. Stop it, folk. That was not going to happen. And overall, I think it was like a tale of two halves. Like Mike McDaniel came out cooking, like legitimately cooking Bill Belichick up that first half. And Bill, he tried to do 3 safeties. He tried to bring them down, crashing down. Yeah, we do. Everybody came to work today. And I think once Belichick adjusted in the second half, I didn't see the adjustment from Tua and company. Like it kind of stalemated there, and it was really the defense that carried us, honestly. Because hell, like our special team sold, like it just was not like a complete game in my eyes. Like, yeah, we won and it was a division game, so you always got to give kudos to that.
On the road,
but
too.
on the road too. But let's be real, like Belichick and the Patriots, they're not the that's not the bully we trying to topple now right now. Like it's Buffalo, bro, and Belichick is like, bro, we're like 5-0 with them, like with Tua. Like it's not, and Tua's throwing like less than 200 yards a game. Like it's not that deep anymore. But it's still a good win. I am gonna actually give props to Chubb. Like, dude came out on fire. I genuinely think we lose that game if he has like an average game. Because even just with that tackle, like that with tackle with the fumble, like 81 was scoring. Like that was a walk-in touchdown for Buddy. So that essentially flipped the game for me. And I think we're actually probably gonna have like a little stretch here where he goes off because this weekend with Denver, it's a little revenge game. Him and Fangio. So I would not be surprised if those boys start to cook this week.
Yeah. So a couple of things to the whole adjustment thing that they had to make. The Patriots started out doing some weird shit anyway. They was playing 3 safeties out there, and essentially what they was daring Miami to run the ball, and Miami did it. Like you made this point on the postgame show where it was like, to McDaniel's credit, he just kept taking what Belichick was giving him, which was the run game, and so Raheem Mostert rewarded that kind of effort. But I agree, it was a tale of two halves in which the first half you saw a lot of creative things and they got themselves going, and then in the second half shit kind of stalled out. Defensively, I like what Chubb did. I'm not a believer. He got to do it a couple of weeks in a row for me. But I'm going to tell y'all, I said it then, I'm going to say it again. Andrew Van Ginkel was my favorite player on the defense from that game, bro. Bro was everywhere. 416, we heard from you on the post-game show, but we want to hear from you again. Just give you some thoughts. You had a few days to kind of like recap it again. What are some of the things that you noticed from the Patriots game?
Well, first, I just want to say, Chubb got to do it the whole season the way he's getting paid, not just a couple of games. So let's start there. And speaking on your Andrew Van Ginkel point, I think like Fangio had something in his mind when out of training camp. You have Fangio playing off-ball linebacker for that first Chargers game. He was not good there. He was awesome against the Patriots, and I think David Long was too. And I think going forward, regardless of the matchup, David Long should probably stay there, and Van Ginkel should probably stay on the outside. To me, he is a perfect guy to rotate in with Chubb and JP on the outside. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Ogba has been horrible as a stand-up rusher. He's really been struggling. So to me, that's the easy switch. You move David Long inside for both sets, for both the 3-4 and the nickel defense. And that's what you do. In terms of the game itself, and we were talking about like adjustments and stuff at half, it's like I think we did adjust, and the whole point was like Tua didn't really have to do that much. Just hand the ball off and take what they're giving you. They dared us to run, and we said, yeah, we'll run it down your throat, and unless you change, we will keep doing that and win the game. And that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, you wish it was a little bit cleaner, but on the whole, that's pretty much what happened. And I thought Raheem showed why he is the perfect back for the scheme and why it would be fun to get Jonathan Taylor. It's not a necessity. Like, I don't think you need him, but I think it does put you over the top. So I think there's two different things there. I feel like people got misconstrued with like, oh, we need this guy. We need him. Even with Dalvin, it's like, no, that would just be like putting you over the top, but you don't need him because Mostert can do fine. He can run tough. I feel like he's underratedly a physical runner with his contact balance and all that stuff. But to me, it's just a good team win. Like Tua didn't put up gaudy numbers. It wasn't anything like that, but it was just what you needed to do. And again, like to the point of, yeah, he didn't have the great second half. All he had to do was hand the ball off. That's all he had to do, and he did it fine. And honestly, shout out to them. So shout out to McDaniel for actually committing to the run, which honestly, I was kind of shocked that he did. I'm surprised that like Belichick ran some like college ass defense, so we kind of forced him to. But commit to the run. Mosher had a big game, and you get out of New England with a win, so it's pretty easy there. Like I'll take that every day of the week to go into an away divisional game against the Patriots. I'll take that every time.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, like I do want to address some of the things that you said because you brought up Tua, which is great because normally Tua doesn't get very much credit. But like I said this on the postgame show. I'll say it here. Tua didn't lose the goddamn game, so that's good with me. He put up 250. He threw 2 touchdowns. I was cool with the day Tua had. You won the game. He didn't throw the old shit pick like to get you in harm's way. So I was good with that. But before I say another word, ladies and gentlemen, we got a man that you ain't seen in fucking months. This boy ain't been to work in forever. So we brought all 6'5" of his ass right back up here. The man, Bubba, live from
You decked out the Dolphins gear.
Remember when everyone was telling me I had a gambling problem? Well, now I live in my car. So that's why I'm here. That's why you haven't seen me in months. But the Dolphins have brought me back out of the fucking cave, and the fact that we're getting Damian Lillard soon. But how y'all boys doing? It's been way too long. It's good to see everybody here.
Good to see you too, bro. Give us your thoughts on the Patriots game. What did you see? What did you like? What didn't you like?
I thought we kicked some fucking ass. I think Bill Belichick is absolutely fucking washed. And I think Mike McDaniel is 5'9", and I think at the same time, he's also the best coach in the NFL right now. I don't know who right now, as an NFL player, would you rather play for more than Mike McDaniel? Who? Who do you know for a fact is going to put you in the best possible position to succeed, especially on the offensive side of the ball, than Mike McDaniel? The timeline is filled with, is Austin Jackson having a good start to the season? That is how good Mike McDaniel is right now. People are actually arguing. That was one of the few things that Dolphins Twitter fucking agreed upon, was that dude is fucking trash. And now we're debating if he's okay? I mean, shit. The sky is looking great. The day is looking great. I live in Boston, Massachusetts. I've been wearing this shit all day long. Cole Strange's fat ass never had a chance at that first down. I don't give a fuck what any of them say. But can I just, to bring it to one specific moment back to that game, it was a good game. The Dolphins should have won by a lot more. Thought we were in control the whole game. Mike Gesicki not being able to fight over a backup slot corner to get one more foot of extra yardage to continue the game. And for him to not have the self-confidence as a 6'6" man to and then send lateral it to a fat fucking offensive guard. Are we not on better days, ladies and gentlemen? Are we not on better days? Are we not in a better spot? I love the Miami Dolphins. We're 2-0. This will probably be the absolute peak of the fucking season, so enjoy it right now. Yeah, I know I am. Oh, y'all thought I was optimistic this year? Y'all thought that last year didn't fucking break me? Y'all thought that Tua Tagovailoa on Christmas Day in front of me and my lovely family, throwing 4 interceptions after a concussion, throwing out there all derpy and shit? Y'all thought that didn't break me? Anyway, well, the Dolphins break me, Tyreek Hill makes me, to quote Dion. I believe so fucking hard in this team. I genuinely think we might go 20-0. I don't know if there is a single team right now that I would take to beat us. Seriously. It's all about keeping one healthy, keeping one upright. And I think they've done it because they've literally told Tua, you have less than 2 seconds to get rid of the football. It's an order. You have less than 2 seconds to get rid of the football or the play is over. And I'm fine with it. I'm completely fine with it. It's good to see y'all boys. That was my rant. I haven't done that in a minute. We're good. We're a very good football.
My boy, we have missed your presence. Appreciate you for coming to work. Hopefully you will keep doing it. I'll just leave it at that. Let's go on to the game that we got coming ahead of us, bro. So we got Denver coming, first home game of the season for the Dolphins. Denver coming in. I don't know if they are good or bad. Russ has had some games. Russ has looked fine. He looked better than last year, but he's obviously not what he used to be. I don't know what to make of their defense. None of that. So, Threat, we're going to come back to you, start this game, bro. What's your biggest worry about Denver? What does Denver do that moves you?
They're moving the ball at an incredible pace right now. They're moving the ball at, I think their touchdown conversion rate per drive is higher than the Dolphins. I think they're number 1 in the league, while the Dolphins are third. Russ is kind of getting the job done, but he's really not at the same time.
But not really. Like
He's not, but not really. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Sean Payton is cooking a little bit, but at the same time, he's not really. To be real with you, bro, I have some concerns if Waddle doesn't play this game. I don't know what Vance Joseph is gonna do defensively with P2 and how is he gonna cut off one side of the field? I gotta see what Vance Joseph is gonna do. Is he gonna have him? Probably not. He's probably not gonna have him shadow Hill, because that's not what he did in Miami. But I'm just curious to see how he plays defensively, even though they took a step back. And if Waddle doesn't play, I want to see us establish the run again. For the second time in Tua's career, we ran the ball 45% as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, way less of the snaps was a run play instead of a pass play. So that's only the second time in his career ever. I want to see that balance. I believe it finished off 31-30, passing over running, but I want to see more of that kind of balance from Mike McDaniel and establish the run and get shit going, especially if Waddle don't play. If Waddle doesn't play, I pray for Craycraft. I pray for Berrios. I pray for those guys on the other side of the field. We might see fucking Cedric Wilson get snaps. I'm terrified for my mental health. I don't know if we're gonna move this guy Chosen Anderson off the fucking practice squad for this game if fucking Waddle doesn't play. I'm devastated if that happens. I'm very concerned. I'm very, very, very concerned.
First of all, that boy Chosen Anderson is from Broward County. You will be blessed to have that boy out there on the field. Fuck is you talking about? The fuck is you talking about? You shut the fuck up. You don't even know what this country talking about right now. Be quiet. Okay. Second of all,
that's why I know what's real, bruh. I ain't biased as fuck. I am biased at all.
We don't have maple syrup here, so you shut your mouth. But one thing that you said that kind of like it kind of threw me off. Like you don't know whether or not P2 is going to like shadow Tyreek Hill. I think Mike McDaniel has made that impossible this year. That pre-snap motion, you shadow that bitch anywhere across the field, you are burnt as soon as the ball is hyped. Like you're not doing that. So like I don't, because he's in full speed by the time the ball snaps. So like, no, I don't think that's a viable option. But I do agree that like if Waddle doesn't play, there's going to be some problems on whatever side of the field P2's on. Nando, I want to hear from you on your thoughts on Denver.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried, man, to be honest. Even though the Denver Broncos are 0-2, I mean, they still got Sean Payton, bro. And just like you boys said, I don't know if they're good or bad. You know, it's just so weird, bro. I can't even explain it. You look at the stats, it's like, okay, that looks good. But then it's like, all right, Russell Wilson threw for 300, but you also got sacked 7 times. All right, you put up 33 points, but you was up 21-3 and lost the damn game. So it's like, God damn. It's like, I don't seem to get it, but that's just so us to lose to a team that just doesn't make sense, especially for our home opener, especially when they're 0-2 and they're due for a win. Yeah, exactly, man. And honestly, what I'm scared is Sean Payton, man. Sean Payton is what worries me the most. I think he's a hell of a head coach. And I think he's just trying to figure out what to do with the shit that he has. And I think by the third game, I think he's pretty much going to figure something out. And I think Sean Payton is going to have Denver looking a little bit more like a NFL football team. And if we have no Jaylen Waddle, which I don't think he will go with this concussion thing going on, I don't think he practiced today either. I think this is going to be a tough game for us.
Did Tyreek only going for 40 and I was just running down their throat? Did that not give you any confidence, like going forward? Like, oh, we don't need to have like even without Waddle, maybe.
Well, I think that was more so because of the fact that Bill Belichick was playing 3 safeties. Like he was like they gave them that. I don't think they're going to get that from Vance Joseph.
Yeah. To me, it's like even if Surtain or however the fuck you say his name, even if
his daddy played for the Dolphins.
Come on, man.
Listen, I'm a youngin', and I don't know. Like, I've heard it said both ways. But I was saying, if they want to put him on Tyreek, that's fine. I feel really confident in Mike McDaniel's play calling to get a guy like Berrios or Craycraft open. And then if he's not on Tyreek Hill, I mean, shit, throw it up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to me, I'm not too worried about that, especially considering just, like, the Broncos' kind of personnel and defense. They don't really have an edge rusher that scares me. Justin Simmons is obviously a great safety, but he's been on the injury report too. I think other than Pat Surtain, like other than him, I don't see a guy who I'm really scared of, but they do have a bunch of solid guys.
Real quick though, like outside of Tyreek Hill and Waddle not playing, the Dolphins ain't got nobody that you're scared of either.
No, which is true, but then
so it's mid on mid.
But then it's McDaniel versus Vance Joseph. I'm taking McDaniel every time.
I don't know what McDaniel's done to warrant that type of respect, but Vance Joseph is a hell of a defensive coach, and I would implore you to keep that in mind.
Vance Joseph was employed by our organization and then got fired.
I know. Yeah. But Vance Joseph is a good defensive coach. The Dolphins just do Dolphins type shit. But I want to thank my boy Justin Franklin with the $4.99 dono. Justin should definitely come produce this show instead of having me do it. He said Dolphins need to play March Madness in the stadium to throw Russell Wilson off fucking Sean Payton. That would be the most disrespectful type shit that I would thoroughly support. Like, I would absolutely get behind that. 416, I was coming to you, but you just got your shit off. So, Juan, we're going to come to you about your thoughts on the Broncos.
Oh, I got a lot of thoughts about the Broncos. I ain't going to lie to you. Russ had a very Tua-like game last week. They on some honest real shit, like they were both very similar week 2. Like, they came out on fire, super blazing, on like scoring points, kind of let up, let them come back, and then just barely did enough at the end to get one to get the win, the other one to get a loss. But to me, Russ is like when I say he looks as good as he's looked since like Seattle, that's not really a compliment. Like it was like okay, because outside if you don't count that 69 whatever yard Hail Mary at the end, he really only had like 270 yards, like 2 touchdowns. Like, that shit don't really move me. And I'm going to be real. I'm kind of shocked with this panel because we're questioning the offensive side of the ball. And I feel like, to me, outside of Tua, like, I'm done with the questions. Like, Mike McDaniel is a wizard. He is a fucking madman. He might not be a run game guru, but like the pass game is just his bag. Like, it is what it is. For me, like, I don't want to see Eli Apple on the field anymore. I mean that with all love and respect. Like, there's just no way that Devontae Parker was looking like
20. Bro, if you go to hold Devontae Parker, you're nuts.
And I'm gonna be real with you, like this week, like, it's different, bro. Like, Judy could take one to the house. Like,
Cortland Sutton ain't no hoe.
He ain't no hoe. And like their rookie right now, Marvin Mims. Like, I posted a couple clips on our Twitter. Bro, the kid can fly. And if you're telling me Eli Apple's gonna be on Buddy, I'm not liking that matchup one bit.
You saw they repping up Cam Smith snaps though.
Oh man, y'all boys want me to cook. Look, I'm not saying he's not gonna do what he gotta do, but I'm just waiting and see, bro. I'm just waiting and see, honestly. And there's some shit going on in the background, so I think I'm gonna let my dog cook.
I got you. Want to thank my boy Dan the Film Jet with the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, I want us to beat the Broncos just because of Sean Mr. I'm taking Teddy over Tua. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, I was on that shit too. I ain't gonna hold you, Dan. I was on that shit too. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I normally would just lie to your face, but today I'm feeling honest. It's my son's birthday. Shout out to my gang. My dog turned 4 today. So we gonna have some cake and ice cream going on after I get off this shit. But yeah, I was on that shit too. I was taking Teddy over too. Relaxing music with the $9.99 dono, calling Dan the hoe just because he disrespected me like that. He said, Dan the Film Gimp. Ooh. He said, get your bread up. We don't do $5. Big 10, call me Tyreek Hill. I hear you, big dog. But y'all know me personally. Me, myself, I could not have been talked to that way and have let that slide. But Dan the Film Jet, we understand them little pockets. We get it, bro. You just be consistent, bro. You ain't got to make the big play. We got other guys for that, but we take your $5 all the same, big dog. But we going to go to my boy Bubba to hear his thoughts on the Broncos before we move on to the next group.
I think y'all some cowards. Like, I think Denver's fucking trash. Like, I don't think Russ isn't cooking anything because Russ is so fucking cooked, it's not even funny. If you want to find something funny, look up Russell Wilson and Denver Broncos second half numbers. You want to look up something funny? Look up the movie where Kevin James played Sean Payton in a fucking movie. I don't give a literal shit about the Denver Broncos, who have just lost both of their games at home, now have to come to sunny South Florida and deal with the track meet of Tyreek Hill. Jaylen Waddle, he's playing because he's a dog and not a pussy. He's going to play. He's going to play. I can't confirm this. I have no inside information. 17 will be on the field. 17 will be on the field. Jalen Phillips, he'll be back, and he's going to give that boy Russ hell. That man, Russ, is scared right now in the pocket. Like, y'all need to see the way he operates when the pocket breaks down. He just wilts like a flower and decides, my time is not today. The Hail Mary was a complete fluke. Jerry Jeudy, everyone talks about Jerry Jeudy. Everyone drafts Jerry Jeudy in fantasy. I look up Jerry Jeudy, and I see Alabama highlights only. Why is that? Look up Jerry Jeudy. Y'all seeing Denver Bronco highlights or Alabama wide receiver highlights when Tua was throwing the ball? I'm not seeing anything from Jerry Jeudy in Denver. Cortland Sutton, same thing. What number does he wear again? 14? You can't really tell because he barely gets the ball. I'm scared if Sean Payton is smart and decides we're going to run the ball down the Dolphins' throat. They have some good backs. I think they're a physical team. I think their offensive line's a better run-blocking offensive line than pass-blocking offensive line. But Denver, as soon as they enter the second half, tends to go to shit. They tend to keep first halves close, which is a good sign that your coach is scripting good plays for you in the first half. I think this game could be close in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if the Dolphins do come out a little bit flat, classic letdown spot. Everyone's very hyped up for us right now. Could come out there a little shaky. But if we're really that team, like if we're really making this leap, like I think we're all just speaking here out of past Dolphins trauma, which is completely understandably so. All of us here, except for Royal, who just decided to get into this abusive relationship with his team. But here's the thing. I really do believe, and you could probably cut back to the clip when I said this about 365 days ago. I really do believe this is a different team. I really do believe that this is our year. And I really do believe that we're going to run through our fucking schedule, assuming number one stays healthy. So I think Russ is cooked. I think the Broncos stink. And I think the defense is going to come out there and sack him a bunch of times. And I think Tua is going to cook, to be completely honest with you.
Birthday boy.
My son is showing me his balloon that he got. He got a Blue Beetle balloon. You feel it right over, bro? All right. But yes, bro. You close my door, please. But y'all are absolutely speaking from Dolphins trauma. But I've seen Dolphins fans my entire life, bro. Like I'm a South Florida boy. My neighbors, my family, all Dolphins fans. So I've been there to watch and just laugh at y'all, not with y'all. But yeah, I get it, bro. Like there are some things that are Royal Jr. is my daughter. I make that distinction very clear. My 17-year-old daughter is Royal Jr. That's the one like me. Appreciate all y'all for the birthday love for my dog. But yeah, I agree that there is some trauma associated. The Dolphins are legitimately a good football team. But you said something that kind of tickled my fancy when you're talking about how the Broncos look good early because their coach is scripting good plays and then they fall apart later on.
Nah, game one they cooked all game, bro. Nah, we're not.
I'm just saying.
Tua could go nuclear, but that goes both ways though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, but let's focus on us. Let's talk about Bubba, you started us on this positivity train. We're going to continue in that trend, and we're going to start with one negative ass and make him go first. One, what is giving you the most confidence from the Dolphins against the Broncos? Like, what is the thing that you believe the Dolphins absolutely have over the Broncos?
Oh, Mike McDaniel. Like that's all it is, bro. Like Fangio to a certain degree, but I don't, I need to see the defense like not facing guys that are like 3 years like out of the league removed. Like they should not be in the league, bro. Like it's just bad business at this point. Because Jeudy, like I get what Bubba's saying. Like at the end of the day, like you got to perform, but Judy's still a guy that could take it 70 yards to the house. And we'll sit you down in the red zone and literally just bully you. And I like Mims. I like the rookie Mims. And like he said, bro, if they decide to start running, bro, Javante's a good running back. I think they got Pirine too, if I'm not mistaken. So they like their running backs too. But if our offense is clicking, bro, like they don't have enough, bro. It's just not enough. And I think I want to talk about Austin Jackson a little bit. The guy is ass, bro. Like I just, because like I see some of the clips that get tossed around on Twitter, right? And it's like, okay,
I
he
got a
looks.
clip or two. I got a clip or two for y'all had too. Then
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like okay, he's looking average, and then it's like, good God, he looks like a high schooler. Like, it's like the up and downs are just so wide. Where it's like, to me, I don't know how you trust him on a legitimate playoff or Super Bowl contending team. Like, to me, that's just like, that's a liability, bro. That's legitimately a liability. And if Armstead comes back, I would rather try to put Lamb in at right tackle than to leave Austin there.
Love that.
Because like you see what they did with Liam. Like, Liam is like in the shadow realm at this point. Like, he is not coming out unless like 3 bodies come out. Like legitimately. So you got to do the same thing with that shit, bro, with Austin.
yeah, Bubba, you wanted to jump in right quick, and then we're gonna go to threat.
This is also just like, if we want to make this a broader discussion, the offensive line. I don't like the love that the offensive line is getting all over the timeline because of what's going on here. I think every single pass blocking rep you need to throw away. It's not a real rep. It's a 2-second rep. Like, no one has had a chance to get to 2 by design from the game plan. I think Hunt, Williams, and Wynn have been fantastic in run blocking. Connor Williams, besides the fact that he can't snap a ball, obviously, but like that,
He's not a center.
Good. No, he was a great center last year. He was such a good center last year that he held out for more money.
Yeah, he's not a center.
He is a center. He was a great center. He's a great blocking center. He just cannot snap the ball right now. He's so good as a center.
Bruh,
that
What is the first fucking job of the center?
He's so good.
My center can do everything but snap the goddamn ball. What the fuck? Like,
how many
not
other
a center.
centers in the NFL? How many other centers in the NFL?
He's a guard.
Many snaps and don't get back?
He's a guard, bro.
He's a center.
You have nobody else. He's not a center, bro.
He was almost an all-pro center last year. He was the best offensive lineman consistently on the team last year. But anyway, going back to the tackles.
For much when you're talking about the Dolphins.
No, 100%. I'm not saying it's like perfect.
You're comparing him to Liam Eichenberg.
The Dolphins have had Tua throw the ball at 1.9 seconds. 1.9 seconds. They are openly admitting to every single team, and they're admitting to themselves, we're not going to hang on to the ball because we know it's going to go to shit. We know it. So I don't know if Mike McDaniel is going to do this the whole season. I'm sure there's going to be a certain point where that changes. Maybe it is when Armstead comes back. Juan is absolutely right. When Armstead comes back, Austin Jackson needs to be the one that goes to the bench instead of trying to figure out this whole shit.
I agree. Threat wanted to jump in real quick, and then I'm going to throw that bitch to
I wanted to be the one against this. So I eventually want to put Austin Jackson's ass on the bench, but we're winning games. He's only let up 1 sack in 2 games. You don't bench a nigga for that. I just think it's bad for morale. Just to keep it 100, I think it's bad for just the locker room, dog, that you bench a nigga who hasn't really lost his spot yet. Just for the polish.
You benching Lamb?
You have to. You have to bench Lamb.
You keep the rest of the line consistent. I agree.
You feel me? Like, you bench Lamb because he came into this shit knowing he was LT2. You don't move him to a position that he wasn't naturally at over Austin Jackson. You don't do that shuffle until Austin Jackson fucks up.
Terribly. Yeah.
Yes. And I know he will eventually fuck up. Just let it happen naturally, dog. Just don't fuck up the order of things, bro. So I hear y'all.
If that fuck up cost you 2 or 8 games, what do you do?
I mean, then it is what it is. You should have never employed him in the first place, bro. Should have never employed him in the first place.
But you got a chance to make that right. You got somebody who's legitimately playing better.
We acted like Lamb can't get beat across the fucking face right now, and Tua get tapped. He could get tapped by a pillow, and he could be out for the season, bro. I mean, regardless.
Also, you're acting like left and right tackle are the same. It's not.
I'm not acting like anything. I'm just talking about Lamb has been a better player than Austin Jackson, and it's not hard to do that, but he is better. So I want the best 5 people on the team protecting Tua. That's what my point is. And if Lamb is in that group, then he's in that group. Austin Jackson is the weakest offensive lineman that you guys have out there, that we have out there right now. So put him on the bench and let the best 5 out there. That is my only point. I do want to. I know the conversation kind of went somewhere. I like the conversation, so I let it go there. But we're gonna get back to the one that I was having. I want to hear the thing that you're most positive about when it comes to the Dolphins versus the Broncos. 416. I was coming to you, so I'm coming to you, and then I'm going to Nando next.
Most confident. Juan already took McDaniel. That would have been mine. I was going to go to corner, but they have Surtain because outside Surtain is kind of weak. I'm not going to go secondary. Justin Simmons is pretty good. He's really good, actually. Shouldn't say pretty good. He's top safety in the league. But I said it earlier, I love the fact that they don't really have a pass rush, at least personnel-wise. I agree that Vance Joseph is something at defensive coach. I don't think he's what he used to be, but I will agree he's usually solid. But to me, on their team, when I look at it, I don't see a Von Miller or Greg Rousseau. I don't see any elite pass rusher that should give this below average offensive line any trouble. So to me, that's what I'm looking at and saying this might be the game where, especially if Tron Armstead comes back, you might see Tua being able to hang on to the ball a little bit longer, which means we might see a couple of new plays from McDaniel, and I'm excited to see what that's about. You're telling me that we have a little bit more time for Tua to make reads and for Tyreek and maybe Waddle to get down the field. I think that's really huge. I just think that matchup specifically, the fact that there is no dominant edge rusher on the other team, will really make it easier for McDaniel to cook something up on offense with or without Waddle. So I think that kind of, obviously not having Waddle, that's a big miss. But I think the fact that you have a chance to design something new for Vance Joseph to look at because you probably will have more time, I think that's huge. Now, I'm pretty sure they have Baron Browning, who I like. Am I crazy? Yeah. Oh, no, he's out. So Baron Browning's out. Sorry. So I was going to say I like him. I think I like him more than most. But other than that, I don't think they have an edge rusher. I don't think they have a guy who's going to dominate like you had in the Chargers. Everyone was worried about Matt Judon for the Pats. It's there's not that guy on that defensive line that I'm so scared about. So to me, if you can just protect Tua, let it rip, we might see something new from the offense, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you said they don't have nobody on there who could give this offensive line trouble. My brother, if Bubba practices a swim move for 3 weeks, he'll get his offensive line trouble. Fucking just talking about. Nando, we come to you. What you think the Dolphins' biggest advantage is over the Denver Broncos?
I feel good about the pass rush, honestly, man. I think coming off 4 sacks against New England without Jalen Phillips, I think that was big time. Obviously, Bradley Chubb, which we talked about earlier in the show, getting the fumble and the sack. I thought that was a great sight to see. Hopefully, he can double up on that, especially at home. Probably get into a rhythm, maybe give him some confidence now. With Fangio, that's when he made the Pro Bowl, so maybe he's onto something. And then you got Phillips basically coming back after being out. He's got a lot of rest there. I think he's going to feast. Remember, Russell Wilson got sacked 7 times last game.
He holds onto the ball a lot.
Yeah, so the opportunity is going to be there, man. If we could get home, Bradley Chubb and Phillips, hopefully they both can get a lot of sacks and rack it up. And also Christian Wilkins, man, he got a sack last week. Obviously, he's not a guy that really gets sacks. I thought he could have played better. He's asking for a lot of money, but I feel good about the pass rush heading into this matchup.
I say that boy getting his ass stood up in the middle of that line. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit is not pretty at all. Threat, bro. What's the biggest advantage the Dolphins got this game?
Nando stole my thunder, dog. I was gonna say
my
the same
fault,
exact. The pass rush, dog. You got AVG coming off one of his best games as a pro. You got Bradley Chubb revenge game. You got Fangio probably gonna cook up for the revenge game. You got Phillips coming back hungry because he didn't get to play last week. And then, the rest of the guys will probably fit in where they get in. But I like our defensive line. I like our defense, period, just because of the fact that they let up 7 sacks last week. Russell Wilson is just garbage at this point when it comes to pocket presence. I'm not moved by him at all. He's not what he used to be at all. So I'm kind of licking my chops at that matchup to see what we can do, how we could, shake the game defensively. Maybe we can kind of gain some momentum going into, I'm looking way ahead, but obviously looking into, Eagles, KC, build some momentum on games like this possibly.
Hey, we got Buffalo week 4.
Yeah, I was about to say we got Buffalo in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's not looking
good. Listen, brother. We're gonna wait.
Good.
Listen, bro. Hold on, Buffalo. I already know you ready to cook. Josh Allen threw How many interceptions? I already know your narrative, brother. All right, we here, bro. We here. It took a little while, you know what I mean? We had to get our rhythm back, but we there. 416, we're gonna start rotating people out of here. You said you got to go anyway, so we're gonna let you get your final words in on the Miami versus Denver thing. Anything that you ain't talked about already? What happened?
Oh yeah, me next.
Oh, okay. But yeah, anything else that you ain't get a chance to mention in this show that you want to talk about that game?
Nothing crazy. I mean, the boys have been speaking facts. I think we go out there and get the win. I don't think it's like comfortable. I don't think it's a blowout or anything, but I do think that it's never really in doubt that we win. I think you do have to establish the run game. And speaking of the pass rush, you have to stop the run so you can be able to rush the pass. You have to set up them third and long, second and long, so you can rush the passer. That's the key to success, and that's how we win the game. I'm expecting a big win. I'm hoping the offense can bounce back a little bit. Again, it was put in check by that kind of college-style defense that Belichick was running with the three safeties kind of over the top like an umbrella. So hopefully we can do that. Other than that, man, it's like Tua, go crazy again. Just keep putting up numbers, and let's go get these dubs, baby.
Hey, appreciate you, gang, for pulling up one time, bro. Have fun with your caribou, your maple syrup, and your Mounties. Threat, you say you the next one getting up out of here, bro. Anything that we ain't talk about in this game that you want to talk about, let the folks know before the game on Sunday.
Yeah, make sure you hop on 2K after the stream. We trying to get these buckets.
It's my son's birthday, bro, so I ain't gonna be on the game today. Just to pat myself on the back. Me and Threat was in that bitch the other day. Your boy put 40 up on them holes. Just go put it out there. Go ahead, Threat.
But nah, I need to see us win this game. It's almost like I hate to say it, it's only week 3. But for me, it's a must-win simply for the fact that you play Buffalo in Buffalo next week. You could be looking at a 3-0 start or a 2-2. You know what I'm saying? 2-2 after the Buffalo game. Like, that's a big shift. That's a big shift, and that's kind of like what we went through last year, where we go on these runs, where we win games, and then we go on these runs where we fucking lose games. Pick a side, dog. It's either you're going to be good or you're going to be bad. Enough of this. Okay, we go on these win streaks here. We go on these losing streaks here. McDaniel has to show me that he's capable of winning games like this where you're actually favored and you're supposed to do what you got to do and not just be a divisional game where we know the advantages and disadvantages, what have you may be. But we need to win this game. It's a must win for me personally to build something if we're really going to be the contenders that everybody's speaking of.
Yo. You know what, bro? You kind of lobbing me perfectly to throw this bitch to Juan because that was something that Juan been talking about for a long time. When do we believe? When do we begin to expect for shit to happen and not just be surprised when it does happen or hope that it's happening? But gang, you feel me? I appreciate you for pulling up. Go get that overall up, bro. Them badges finna get grinded out real quick. I'll see you next time, gang. But Juan, you know, shit like that has me ready to lob you up some shit, bro, because it just be like that. But before we do that, we want to thank my boy Justin Franklin again with the $4.99 dono, giving money back to an organization who will never give it back to him. He said X and Josh Allen about to be the best wide receiver duo. Yeah, bro. The boy X did get a pick, bro, so you know there's that. But I, as one who has called him washed, I'm looking forward to seeing if he can continue that trend this weekend and the week after that. He said, nah, Justin, Javon, and Russ about to be primetime TV. I don't know. But Juan, I wanted to lob you this, bro. Since we already talked about the positive, got the positive from everybody. What's the doomsday scenario in this game, bro? Like, what's going wrong when it's going wrong, guys?
Oh, Russ comes out looking like first half Russ, but for all the game because it's Eli Apple out there. Pass rush doesn't get home. And our O-line finally starts to like look, I'm gonna be honest with the O-line, and I don't like saying it, obviously, but Tua's just in his bag in the pocket. Like, it's all Tua. Like, when people say it's like they've only given up 1 sack, it's like, yeah, because of Tua. Like,
Right.
like it's not because the O-line is out here blocking motherfuckers and pancaking like Bosa.
No, Tua letting that hoe go.
He's just that like week 1 he was locked in, bro. Like there was just nothing that was gonna stop him from being like that nuclear Tua that we've seen happen with Baltimore, right? Like it was meant to happen. Week 2 we saw a team adjust, and us not really adjust back. Like Tua did throw that boneheaded interception he always throws. Like McDaniel, the very next drive, took it out of his hands, and it was one play, 43 yards, 43 yards to the house for Mostert. Like McDaniel, I feel like also starts to see like, okay, when Tua's like not feeling it, like it's time to go to Mostert. It's time to go to the run game. But then now we're starting to deal with injuries there with Ahmed, right? Like Ahmed potentially could be out because of the groin injury. Waddle could be out because of the concussion. What if, the Broncos look at what, the Patriots did with Tyreek and are like, okay, let's just duplicate that. No Waddle here. Are we scared of Craycraft and Barrios? Like I'm gonna say no, right? Like that's what I could see, because like for all the talk that I've seen this week, it's trap game, right? But like it's real, bro. Like
But it don't feel like a trap though. One, like Denver feels like they are better than their record. I know you are what you say your record is,
yeah,
but Denver feels better than 0-2.
that's fair. I don't like I don't see it with Sam Howell. Like I don't know how he dropped 35 points. Like I do not see it. Like there are some throws that, okay, like I get it. Like that's an
Yeah.
NFL big boy throw. But overall, like I don't see it with the guy. Like, right. So for them to give up that many points at home is, potentially a good outlook for us, like as far as offensively. But like I actually do like their pass rush. There's a bunch of guys I couldn't name you, like 42, 45, 0. Like I think Greg from who used to play with the Cowboys is over there too. Like these aren't like name brand guys, but like they're playing ball, bro. And to me, are we actually gonna ever start to see, Tua adjust to the adjustment, right? Like are we gonna
Is
start
that
to see
Tua
more
McDaniel?
growth? Yeah.
Well, because Tua needs to do that too. But I put that on McDaniel too. When we gonna see McDaniel adjust to the adjustment?
That's fair. But like if you're coming out like so on fire, right? And I just feel like I gotta be on Tua, bro. Honestly, like I can only put so much on McDaniel to where it's like, bro, he's not on the field. You know what I'm
I'm just
saying?
playing
Like
devil's advocate right
I
quick, just
know.
to kind of see if I can
Yeah.
but yeah, I agree. Like I think it's incumbent on Tua to just kind of get better at making those necessary adjustments, because the play design is the play design. It works multiple ways for a reason. So if you're seeing this, then you should do this, as opposed to just looking to do the same thing, getting the ball out quick. But that could be an issue with the offensive line that was alluded to. So like, there's a couple of things that play in there. Bubba, what's your doomsday scenario? What do you see that could potentially go wrong for Miami in this game?
Well, honestly, like what Juan said, I've been thinking about too. If they just run back the 3 safety thing and Waddle doesn't play, that's going to be really hard for Tua to push the ball downfield. I don't know if, since it didn't work for New England, if Denver would do that, but I don't know. They just gave up 35 points to Sam Howell, so they might want to say we're going to grind this game out in Miami. I thought Mike McDaniel, to go back to your point about the adjustment, I kind of agree with you that when the passing game doesn't go Tua's way, I want to see. Like, clearly, when the passing game has been installed for the week and it's going good and the defense isn't ready for it, Tua will fucking fry your face off. Like, it's gonna. But once there's that pushback, once Tua sees 3 safeties, I want to see him, like, I don't know. That throw to Barrios was incredible. Let me see that a lot. Like, let me see these throws where it's like, damn, you just can't stop that. That's how you become Mahomes. That's how you're Rodgers. Like, where it's just, you can't stop that. You can't stop that. But the doomsday scenario for every single Miami Dolphins game this season, besides Tua getting hurt, is if this game is ever on the leg of Jason Sanders. That is the doomsday scenario. I don't think we talk about how in an absolutely insane shootout game, early contender for the game of the year, that dude missed an extra point to put us up 3. That is the definition of a game-losing kick.
Like, Bubba came back and called Kai pussy.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, no. Literally.
Yeah, Kai's kicker enthusiast.
I'm not a kicker enthusiast. I'm literally just a Jason Sanders
kicker connoisseur.
Oh, like this dude,
Jason
Sanders needs to like start selling insurance. That's what he needs to do.
Man, and if he do need to sell something, he need to go to the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the Basement and Bubba in particularly sent you. Him and Jason Sanders, fuck ass. So, if you want to get in contact with my boy, email him at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that's 321-345-7738. We want to thank my dude James Pugh, and particularly the people over at Simple Health Advisors for sponsoring not only this program but the network as a whole. And you're going to see some new content when it comes to that too. So, Nando, your turn, brother. What's your doomsday scenario?
I was gonna say Jason Sanders, to be honest, but if Jaylen Waddle doesn't play, obviously, Tyreek Hill, they're gonna try to stop him as best as they can. What will we do if that's taken away? Which I doubt it. It's pretty hard to stop Tyreek Hill, and even though because of what you talked about earlier, that pre-snap motion, that shit just draws everybody's eyes that direction. So I want to see. I'm highly interested, honestly. I want to see how Tua plays. I'm assuming Jaylen Waddle doesn't play, so I really want to see how Tua plays in this particular game. I don't think we're gonna lose this game.
You calling Tua a Waddle merchant?
No, but I want to see what Barrios and Craycraft give me. If Waddle misses this game, to be honest, I really want to see that. But doomsday scenario will be the game is on the line and Jason Sanders up there to kick, because I could see that shit just hitting off the post. I see
this has to be a record amount of times.
I think we've ever
been said on stream. This has to be a record.
But it's so true.
But listen, bro, I know people like walking on eggshells around this topic. My doomsday scenario will be the same all season long. It is fucking Tua.
Yeah.
If Tua is not what y'all say he is, and that fucking clock goes off where he turns into what I have seen before, that is the doomsday scenario, because not only does that mean that this game goes bad, but everybody is going to feel the same for the rest of the season. They're all going to feel like, God damn it, when is it coming? And that's not the type of confidence that you need if you're going to be a playoff team. You need to know that you got one. Y'all see the comment that I left up here for so long, because y'all need to make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all leave us a comment down beneath, not only in the live stream, but after the show. Leave us a comment. Let us know how you feel. Let us know who said something that you like. Let us know who said something that you don't like, even though we don't care. But Thursday night football is starting, so we're going to wrap this up real quick with this very simple question. Going into Thursday's game, going into Sunday's game, yes and no only. I don't need no explanation. Do you like the Dolphins? Nando?
Yes.
Bubba?
Yeah, no doubt.
Juan?
Yeah.
I do not. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my boy Nando. Thank you to Bubba. Thank you to Juan. Thank you to 416J for pulling up. And of course, my boy Kane Threat pulling up one time for the one time. We will see y'all on Sunday for the pregame show, which will start, we don't know what time, but sometime probably like an hour and a half before the game. But make sure y'all check out the Twitter at Basement Sports N. We'll put it out there for y'all. I'm just vamping right now while I look for the goddamn video, because I don't know where. Oh, there it is. But yeah, play the video, me.